washed our hands? You wash your hands when you're coming in. What you're going to do, the face mask you brought, you put it in your bag. When we are here, we are going to use this one. So everybody is going to have a new face mask. Do you know why we are using the face mask? Yeah? You don't know? Who knows why we are using to keep coronavirus away, because this is a virus. I am here. So each one of us is going to wear, and we make sure that we know how to tie it. You can just do it the way it is. Heavenly Father, we come to your throne of mercy just to thank you. We thank you for this day. And we thank you for these children who have availed themselves to come and do a fight of COVID-19. To put things together, what they have gone through. And Lord, it is you who is enabling them even to have come this far today. So Lord, as the children start, may we start with you. And as they finish, Lord, we finish with you. We thank you for this one to have come. And even the rest who are supposed to come, Lord, may they hasten their feet that we stand together. Lord, we pray this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. 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 Okay. A COVID-19 pandemic journal. What is a journal? A journal is something that reminds us of a journey, of something that happened, episodes which are happening. We are keeping a record of what is happening. And this COVID-19 is an era right now where the whole world is experiencing something. And we want to keep, it is new, it's a new thing that came to the world. Who knows when COVID-19 started here in Kenya?
In December 2019.
Very good. Reina reminds us that COVID-19 started in China in 2019, December, in a place called what? Wuhan. Wuhan in China. And then when were we told that COVID-19 came here, visited us? January? No. That's why it is important to keep a journal. So today we are going to put our record straight, and we are going to have, each one of us is going to have a file, an empty file, and this is what we are going to make. You see, this is one that we have started. You're going to make it beautiful, because it is not to scare us, but it is for us to learn. So this is going to be part of our library. If you have a library at home, once you have it, you keep it, because you don't know when. And even your little sisters and brothers can also learn about what happened. Some of them are too young right now to understand. Cindy? Yeah. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to have this journal. On the first page, I'm going to give you a paper. You will write your name, your age, the school where you go, your grade, and this year, and the year you were born. So you're going to put a paper like this, just write, and then you put it there to show us that it is yours. And then we are going to do newspaper cuttings. We have a lot of newspapers here, as you can see. COVID, Corona, Treasury cuts budget. You know, this has been the news. Magoha outlines, you know. Yeah, about schools. Schools may reopen in June. Now June has passed. Senior. Then they said June. Then they said September. Then now we are being told January. You know. So we want to make sure that we have this record as brigaders. Brigade is about discipline. Brigade is about learning. Brigade is about keeping things running. So we don't want to be children who have forgotten. That is why we have our sanitizer on the table. That is why we are keeping a distance, as you can see, all the seats. This one has been written, keep a distance, somebody sitting here. Keep a distance, somebody sitting here. Keep a distance, somebody sitting there. So, it is because of this COVID. Things are changing. So, each one of you is going to catch something. You see now, like for this one, it is, who knows this man? Trish? Maboha Kagwe? Mutahi Kagwe. Who is Mutahi Kagwe? He is the cabinet secretary of our health sector, of the Ministry of Health. So he's the one who has been giving us news. And he was reminding us, because people didn't even want to wear these things, you remember? So we want to remember where we have come from. And he was telling us, it is up to you. And he said, this disease is not a joke. And he was getting so annoyed because people were not doing. So this is our journal. This is how we are going to do our journal. We are going to do all these newspaper cuttings, and we are going to cut something like this. Maya, can you see them? Yeah, we are going to do something like this. And then it's going to show us exactly where we have come from, where we are going, where we are at. Right now, so many people have died. Single. And when you go back to school, you know these are the things they're going to ask you also. And then if you can't remember, so you see, we have cut all this and we have put our record. So we are seeing what COVID is doing to children. We have seen what COVID is doing to many people. And you can see the way the numbers have been swelling. So this is what we are coming to do today. We are coming to make our journal. So the children who are at home, boys and girls at home, make sure that once your parents are done with the newspapers, all you need is a pair of scissors. You need a pair of scissors. You need glue. It can be this glue or it can be stick glue. And you need sellotape. And we also need colored pencils. So as we are ready to do our COVID-19 journal, and each one of us is going to get a file, each one of us is going to get a capsule. This is a capsule. A capsule is like a medicine. See, we know that. Something that when you're sick, you're given a capsule. And when you take it, you feel better. So, with this capsule, what we are going to do, it is a page. Each one of you, you're going to color it and make it look, you're going to make it look nice, like this one. So you're going to color it, and then inside, there are things that you're going to write. It talks about you, who are you, your name, and the date today, because that is going to help us. And then your church community, where you go to church. And then all about your church, who's your pastor, who's your Sunday school teacher, the special people that go to church with you. So you have to write all that. And then there are special occasions, the occasions we have missed. You know, we had Easter, that we did not come to church. You remember? Yeah. And then we are going to have this page. Each one of you will go home and interview your parents. Ask them these questions that are being asked here. How they are feeling, what this COVID has done, and then you can write them down. You know how you do interviews. So you know how we do interviews. Then also about your school. Some children have forgotten about their school. I was asking another child the other day, where do you go to school? She has forgotten. She has forgotten the name of her school, Kabisa. So it's up to us to write down, and then you're going to put down what you think. And then your community, and then this is your handprints, and then this is a letter to yourself. You just write a letter to yourself. You don't have to do this now. You're going to take this home, but it is to help us. So you're going to write a letter to yourself. Yeah? Once you're done with this, you can take a picture and send to teacher, and you're going to see what you have done. And then, yeah, so there's so much. And also here, there's going to be a letter to your parent. You're going to write a letter to your parent. And then this page is very nice. It's interesting. When you're told to stay at home, some children think staying at home is sad. But there are things you've been doing. Sindio, the things you have been doing, the things you have learned. So what have you learned? Some people have learned how to cook. The other day we were doing popcorns here. So people have learned how to make popcorn. People have learned how to make chapati. People have learned how to wash things. So that is what you're going to do. And then the last page is now about your journal. What you're doing and what you're going to do. Cindy, so I'm going to give each one of you this, a copy. Each one of you is going to have a copy, and you can take it home. It is yours. It's going to be in your journal. It's going to be a pocket in your file. Haya. Okay. So what I'm going to do, each one of you is going to get a paper, a newspaper. Look for anything you think is written about COVID-19, even if it is at the headline. Anything that is written about COVID-19, especially if you see things about children. Once you have cut, we have papers. These papers, do you know what we are going to do with these papers? We are going to stick our cuttings like this. If you see very small pages, you're going to cut them and stick like this, like on the paper. You can use the glue, and this one use very little because it comes out a lot. If you put a lot, it is going to.
There's no problem.
What are you doing here today?
Today I came to color and stick these papers to put in a file.
To make your journal.
Yes, a
very
journal.
good. Ivy, what are you doing?
I'm here to make my journal for COVID-19.
Jamie, why are you here today?
Today I came to learn how to color and to make my COVID-19 journal so that I can remember stuff when we go back to school.
Elsie, why are you here today?
We came to make our COVID-19 journals. First, today I'm going to cut newspapers as I'm looking for pages that have the coronavirus put on it, and then I'm going to take them and paste them on the folder. And also I'm going to do it with my name and everything about me.
And your name is?
Alison.
And you, what are you doing?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the pages that have the COVID-19 and even and paste it on my display book. And even my name is Hadassah Jerry.
Anyone was dancing great? Wow.
Here we go. Na, 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 na,
see.
It's
Ah.
blue. It's blue.
Can I see your folder?
My folder. Okay. This is good.
Inside.
Inside. Yes. This one. But I'm just going to do
You only have one.
yeah, I don't know who put my two.
Uh-huh. Nana, where is yours?
Oh, mine. Mine is. There you go. Okay, here is mine. First, when you open it, you'll find the first page is written my 2020 COVID-19 time capsule. It has the COVID-19 drill on it. And as you go to the second page, it has also some details that I need to fill. And we have newspapers cuttings. We have plain paper, I don't know why. And still 60 pockets of
To fill.
60 pockets to fill.
So you're going to do that at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so once you've done that, you will want to
That's
see.
mine, Anna.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so if that is yours, you have to put it in your file. Uh-huh. May I see yours?
Here is mine. So when you open into it, you find here the COVID-19 capsule, 10 capsule for the journal. Then when you open the next page, you find about schools. Schools may be we open in June, says by Mago. And then when you open, you find another one, focus. And then here you find focus on COVID-19 process threat. Then here you find how to wash your hands. Then when you open over here, you find
State House hit by Corona.
and then even you find Kenya.
And how the counties have been affected. Wow, nice. This is great information for you to keep.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Elsie, may I see what you've been doing?
It's done well.
Okay, your volume, your voice.
Coloring a picture of COVID-19 and sticking newspapers about coronavirus.
Wow.
So what do you do? What do you find there?
Yeah, it's okay. Wow. Wow, super.
Very nice.
Reina, where is yours? Jamie, what have you been doing?
So, this is my journal. When you open it, you find the 2020 COVID-19 time capsule. So, there's a lot of information in this page, and I filled some of it. So, when you open the next page, you'll see this written Magoha outlines roadmap to exams. So when you open the next
You need to write the date from from the newspaper, because we need to keep the dates. When you cut without the date, you write the date in the white paper. Yeah, you look for that newspaper.
when you open this side, you will see a joke.
Cartoon.
Newspaper. It says you to maintain social distance from economy and the world. And this is the last page. PS taken to task over COVID-19 funds. There's pictures of the story.
Wow, nice. So, and you?
Me, I don't have much, but I did a story of a man who used a cabbage as mask. A child who's doing homework at home, and curfew, 11 killed
party injured.
Great. That's all.
Yes, I did too much because I was coloring.
Let me see your color.
Yes,
Just show it. She has come.
It's nice. That's okay. Okay. Nice. Great. Worthy to be praised.
You are Alpha and Omega. We worship you alone. You are worthy to be praised. We give you all the glory. We worship you alone. You are worthy to be praised. We give you all the glory. We worship you alone. You are worthy to be praised. Hands together.
Almighty and everlasting Father, we come before you and ever God, we want to thank you, we want to glorify your name for the great thing that you are doing in our life, Jehovah God. It's not that we are good enough to be here today, Jehovah God, but it's all by your grace and by your mercy.